The Indonesian men's football team are still in contention to reach the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, if they make it, it will be the first time they have reached the showpiece event in modern history. Most recently, they beat Bahrain 1-0 in what was head coach Patrick Kluivert's first win in charge of the team. To get to know the Indonesian team, their aspirations, and their current exploits a little bit better, let's check in with box to box journalist Tio Utomo. Tio, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to talking about my national teams.
Yeah, it's very exciting to be an Indonesian football fan, I'm guessing, right now. Just tell us how excited the country is with this new look Indonesia team, if we can call it that.
Well, yeah, we all in Indonesian people, especially even though if the people who doesn't like football or football fans, they got the vibes to support the international team like we never have before. I mean, it's like in the past 2 or 3 years, and I mean like in the past 5 years since like Sintayong takeovers in the pandemic era, and now with Patrick Kluivert. So yeah, it's a good time for us for Indonesian football national team fans to support the national team because the results, and also this is the first time that we can, I mean like so close to reach the final for the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched Indonesia in action in AFF championships. I've watched them in AFC competitions as well. And it's hard to kind of explain, I guess, to people who don't know just how fervent the support is for Indonesian football. You guys are crazy, man. You love your football.
Yes, yes, we are a football a crazy country. I mean, like since like where like I mean because I'm journalist and also football fan. So yeah, I support Indonesia since like dark age when we lost against Malaysia, against Singapore. Even though we cannot beat Thailand in all the finals in the IFF Championship. In the 90s Tiger Cup name. So yeah, this is the exciting time. So yeah, we are looking forward in Indonesia if we can go through the World Cup. It's really good. I mean, like, we have a 1001 problems in the country right now, but with the football, everyone's will forget the problems for a while, and then yeah, this is the it's a fun era for Indonesia
I was
national
gonna
team.
say, if you called that the Dark Ages, I guess this is like the Renaissance. Just tell us
Yes.
what would it mean to the country if they were to qualify for that World Cup next year?
Well, there is a jokes in Indonesia right now. If we have in Jakarta, we have the monuments, the monas. I mean, like our monument, national monuments, and there's a gold in the top of the monuments. So if we qualify to the World Cup, and if someone stole that gold when we qualify the World Cup, people don't care anything about that. So I mean, like that's the standard that if we qualify to the World Cup, well, people will forget anything about, and then people not only forget but forgive for everything that people did to them. I mean, like this euphoria you never experienced before. If you remember last year when Indonesia in under 23 Asian Cup, when we won against South Korea in the penalty shootout. So yeah, after that, all Indonesian people, especially even my mom never watching football, and she just called me like, Indonesia just won. Yeah, you watch it. So yeah, everyone's like, even though like people who doesn't care about football, they just care right now.
The country comes to a standstill. I love that about football in this part of the world. Obviously, that 1-0 victory against Bahrain really helped your aspirations for qualification. Ollie Remini scored that winning goal. It was, what, 10 days, I think, after he made his debut. How much potential does he show as a player, and how big a figure could he be for this team?
So yeah, Ole Rummenigge is our final puzzle for the strikers. I mean, like in the past 5 years, Sintayong before Patrick Kluivert, he rotated from Rafael Strike, Ramadan Sananta, Hoki Caraka, others players. But when we have Ole Rummenigge since Australian against Australia, but even though we lost like 5-1, but he showed us his capability. I mean, like he's versatile. He not only like the target man, he sometimes can pick up the ball in the midfields and help defend to I mean like to press the players opponent. So yeah, this is the final puzzle that we need in these teams, because like yeah, in the past 5 years we don't have this kind of profile strikers like Ole Romeni.
And you haven't really, I guess, had a similar profile of manager of head coach as Patrick Kluivert and all that he's achieved in his career. Just tell us about what he has brought to the team and what changes have you seen? I know he hasn't had that much time in charge, but what does a Patrick Kluivert Indonesia team look like?
Well, yeah, in the beginning when we lost against Australia, yeah, he tried to something different. I mean, like when you see Indonesia against Australia, it's more open. Like 4-2-3-1, the formations with the Tom Hai and Nathan Choa on in the double pivots, but it didn't work. It works only like 10 until 15 minutes until Kevin Dix cannot score from the penalty kicks. But after that, Australian just waiting for Indonesia to make mistakes, and yeah, they score 5 goals, and then we only scores one. So after that match, Sintayong, I mean like Patrick Kluivert, thinking like, okay, maybe Indonesia players didn't suit to plays with the offensives or I mean like open style. So in the Bahrain we can see the it's more like from defending. I mean like we have Rizky Ridho, Jaizas and also Justin Hobner. So this is the change there. He back with the three defender formations, and the most important thing maybe the people who don't realize the one of the most important player is Joel Pelupesi. He's a defending midfielder. He's plays simple football. He cover all the Tom High plays. I mean, like Tom High needs someone who cover him. If he didn't get that when he plays against Australia, because Nathan Chaon is more. I mean, like he's more fluid. He plays. He running to the front. He going back, but Joel Pelupesi, he plays only like seems like let's say Michael Carrick in Man United. I mean, like he
Okay.
didn't. Well, many people didn't notice, but his effect is really, really capable. What we see, and then like this is the after Ole, this is one of the puzzles that we need the stability in the midfields. And then after that, yeah, the strikers. I mean, like where we still have more problems with the thinking. I mean, like the decision making. So there's many decision making is wrong, like Orat Manguns and also Marcelo Ferdinand's passings. But overall, yeah, we play with hearts and we play really good. Not many tweaks that Patrick Kluivert changed from Sintayong, if you see, but the players that he have right now, it's the I mean like it suits with the 3-4-3 formation or 3-5-2 formation. So yeah, this is the tweak that Patrick Kluivert say. I mean like if you see the when the Indonesia against Bahrain, he and also Alex Pastor uh, al- almost 90 minutes. Both of the coach and managers discuss almost 90 minutes. So yeah, this is the change that he did. It is I mean like yeah, he didn't do much tweak. He just see what fits for our national team players.
And I guess it's very early on as well. It's only been a couple of games. But alongside Patrick Kluivert, or above Patrick Kluivert, I
Yeah.
guess, you got Jordi Cruyff. So there's that real Dutch connection. Does the Indonesian football public feel about these two Dutch guys coming in and kind of taking control of the national team?
Well, yeah, for Indonesian fans, football fans, is yeah, we're happy we have I mean, like ex world class players, and even though we know Patrick didn't have a good record for his managerial career, but when we see the Jordi Cruyff is came, and then even though he's only an advisor, not a
Hmm.
sporting director in Indonesian national football team. So yeah, this is the I mean like they try to build something in here, and then I still waiting the confirmation from the PSSI, our FA. What next? If Indonesia didn't qualify to the World Cup, what next? Because this is the long term project and very exciting for us. And then not only yeah we have a good players who plays in Europe, but yeah those two Patrick and also Jordi, the good big names, and yeah still early to judge is it good or not. But for us, it's so exciting to have the new faces in our national teams.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned new faces. There are so many new players as
Yes.
well who've all gone through this naturalization process in the past couple of years. Um, do you think the country is behind that as a principle? Is it kind of like short term gain? You get these guys in, they've got experience, they're going to get you to the World Cup, or do you feel like you'd still wish there are a few more like native Indonesians in there?
Well, if you see that every time our FIFA match day, we have one or two new players,
Yeah.
and like especially I mean like this match day we have Joel Pearson, Dean James, even Emil Audero, and then Ole Romeni. So yeah, it's good for us, but the thing is, yeah, we can because our history with the Dutch and the other European countries. So uh, yeah, it's good for us that we can naturalize our players who have a heritage from Indonesia. But the thing is that if you want to have a long term, you need to fix the quality of the leagues, our local league as well, because I mean, like, yes, we happy with the national team right now, but some of the peoples in Indonesia also thinking like, yeah, if our national team happy, we also need to fix our local league. I mean, like, sometimes we can see in the Asians competitions, like Indonesia teams. Sometimes they cannot like compete with Singapore, Malaysia, and also Thailand, even Vietnam. Sometimes we lost against Philippines football team. So there is a long road to that. But yeah, I mean, like, the World Cup is near for us, and then maybe along the way. So yeah, people knows that national Indonesian national team have a good quality players, and then some of the players who plays in our local league also can, yeah, like Marcelo. I mean, like Rizky Rido and also Ricky Kambuaya who coming from the bench. So yeah, people knows like the quality from the players. So it's, yeah, the players there, but yeah, we need to fix to make our national league is better. I mean, like, for the long term, yeah. For the short terms, yeah, we can have. I mean that there's a lot of rumor. Also heard a lot of naturalization players who coming to Indonesia in the next years. But yeah, for me as a football fans, we want to. I mean, like, long term, we want to establish not only national teams but our league also. Became one of the contender in, not maybe starting with the Southeast Asia first and then the Asia, because even though in Southeast Asia, I I can I still cannot believe thinking that our team can beat example like GDT. I mean, like, is a good club, and
Yeah.
also team from Thailand. So yeah, for long term, yeah, national team is good. Okay, we are happy, and even though if we qualify the World Cup, yes, we are also really happy. But in the long term, yeah, we want to see our league back to the number one in Southeast Asian, and can compete with the other Asian clubs.
No, I mean, that's a great goal to have. I mean, that JDT project you mentioned took a lot of time and a lot of money as well. So it's not just a very simple
Yeah.
fix there. I mean, is it as simple to say that, because obviously 2024 has been great for Indonesia? They're the highest climbing national team
Yeah.
in the FIFA World Rankings in terms of increase in points and position. Is it as simple to say that Indonesia's better because they now have better players, or is there more behind it than that?
Well, it's not 1 or 2 point. I mean, like, all factors. I mean, like, we have a better players. We have a good player who plays in Europe. We have a good management. We have a good staff. We have good federations as well. I mean, like, there's a lot of things that makes our national teams like this right now. So yeah, there's many factors, not only one factors or two factors, but all is connected. I mean, like, we have a good players. We have a good management. We have the good managers. We have a good FA. So yeah, all in one all in one things to qualify to World Cup.
Big question. Do you think Indonesia will qualify for the World Cup?
It's a long road for me.
Yeah.
As an Indonesian, yes, I believe. But if you see the long road that Indonesia will face, if Indonesia will wins against China in June, yeah, we cannot say we can beat Japan's on June. So yeah, we beat China on June, and then we go to the fourth round, I guess, and then you can see the fourth rounds. All the other five national team is from the Middle East, and it's a really good teams at Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the others. So it's a tough road. But for me as Indonesian, yes, we want to. I believe Indonesia can qualify, but if I fair, it's gonna be long road and it's gonna be tough for Indonesia.
I don't think people realize how hard it is to qualify from this part of the world, right? You have to go through
Yes,
so many different rounds, and exactly, then you have to go to the Middle East. It's not so simple as say is it in Europe. Anyway, I love your confidence, Tia, and I cannot wait to see if the dream for Indonesian football comes true. Thank you so much for joining us.
no problem, Edward. Thank you very much for the time.